This week on Blood Brothers TV.
I would say that a blood brother is somebody that you'd want to share time in the woods with. There's, you know, you only have so much time to spend in the woods, and so there's just special people that you like spending time with in the woods and getting to hunt with. And I'd say a blood brother is somebody that you go out of your way to spend time with in the woods hunting. Man, what turns my butter about turkey hunting is just getting to communicate with an animal. I mean, that's a pretty cool thing. When you can call it a bird and he gobbles back and starts coming, I mean, that's pretty powerful. There's definitely something mystical about it. I mean, when he's gobbling, he's coming, he's looking for you. I mean, that's special. There's a weird connection between you and the bird. So that's exciting. I mean, on an afternoon hunt, you have a bird cut you off, second yelp.
The best role models for my kids have been men that they've grown up hunting with and that they've learned to love. I guess all the really important lessons that my kids learned probably were learned in the outdoors. There's some things that are just easier, for me anyway, just easier taught in a hunting situation, in the wild, in the outdoors. But I think that if your heart and your goal is to really impart the things that matter to you to your children, you'll use any opportunity. But the outdoors it seems perfect to me. It also, I think, very healthy thing to realize and understand our place in it.
Cherokee Sports presents Blood Brothers, an ancestral bond between like-minded individuals that share one passion. New Breed TV, brought to you by Cherokee Sports. Blood Brothers TV, share your passion.
So what do you think? If they're right over here, so we're going to just set the decoys up right there. Yeah. I've got another couple birds gobbling right there. Got two big birds. There's that gap right there to the left. They'll come through that side now, won't they? I hope so. They don't ever do what you think they're going to do. But maybe today they will. Gobble. That's a good gobble. Yeah, it is.
Well, I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee. We live just north of Memphis on a pretty little piece of property now, but Memphis boy my whole life, and went to college at the University of Memphis, and then vet school at University of Tennessee, Knoxville. So I'm a veterinarian, practice in Memphis, Tennessee, and that's what we do now. Raised 3 kids, have 3 grandchildren. Really didn't grow up hunting, started hunting as an adult and really loved to hunt. Turkey hunting's probably my favorite type of hunting to do. Somewhere after college, my older brother and I just decided we wanted to take up duck hunting, and we sort of got people to teach us how to do it, and that was fun. And then we tried something else, raised some bird dogs, and deer hunt and turkey hunting came along the way when we finally had an opportunity. I thought it was a really great way to raise kids, you know, teach my son to hunt and enjoy being with me outdoors, and that proved to be a really good choice for us.
Big wide open pasture hunting is a little bit different, ain't it? Yeah. Not much margin for error.
a little bit better gap down on that end of the fence for him.
This is a complete fence right there. It's a tight fence with a lot of the actual gaps.
There's a pretty good gate, a gap in the fence down by this last tree. And the birds have been roosting over the river over here to our left, coming across this field and then feeding in this field that we're in. When they got just on the other side of the fence, they got a good look at the decoys, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna come through this gap and then work their way to us. So. There's one of them right there. You see him, Freddy?
I think that there's lessons every time you go into the outdoors, and we had so many opportunities to talk about the really important things in life, because it really is a bonding time, but also just using the opportunities that come along and the conversations that come up and the people that you meet. Some of the best role models for my kids have been men that they've grown up hunting with and that they learned to love. I guess all the really important lessons that my kids learned probably were learned in the outdoors.
Blood Brothers TV will be right back. Welcome back to Blood Brothers TV.
Certainly the opportunity to kill a turkey is a great lot of fun, but it's really bigger than that. There's a lot more about appreciating the game and conserving the game and providing habitat for the game and being caretakers of the land and the places that we have the opportunities to hunt. Those are important lessons to learn, not that it's not just about the final score, not in any measure. It's really more about the opportunity and the relationships. So many things funny things that you can learn as a kid. What makes that turkey want to come in to that hen? When your boy is 12 or 13 years old and beginning to think about those kind of things in his life, man, what a great opportunity to teach and have them understand what's really happening in the real world.
On the right, gonna come right in on top of us.
We set up pretty well. We moved around. We actually got in a position where we saw the birds fly off the roost, and we thought they were going to come and come right to us. And we set our decoys, and we made our hide and blind, and the turkeys really did come in. Only the problem was it was just two young birds, two pretty dominant jakes. I mean, they came in all puffed up and frustrated and angry at this new little flock of turkeys that they didn't understand why they were there, but they weren't the birds we were after.
Gap, they're thinking this everything over here, you know what I mean?
Here, decoy boy.
So we ready?
Yeah, let's go turkey hunting.
All right.
We've had the opportunity to try to get in the woods and back and get in a position where we might could call him, or we could come all the way around the farm, which would be 300 or 400 yards, longer than that, maybe a 3/4 mile hike around the farm. And in other words, they would be heading toward us in a position where we thought as the day wore on, they would naturally be coming, and then we'd be calling and bringing them in.
Whole group of them. Whole group. Left bird's the best one.
Well, we're just inside the woods, and these turkeys are coming from our right to our left, and they're looking at our decoy spread, which kept them from looking at us. And they pass by us. They come by us at no more than 10 yards. All four birds are no more than 10 yards directly in front of us. And the sun, now they're coming in a direction we were not expecting them, and the sun is right for them to see reflection off of any of our equipment or any movement, and they're so very, very close. The decoys is what they're interested in, but they just knew something wasn't right. But they were so interested in those decoys that even you could tell they got nervous. They started to raise their heads and putted a little bit, and we thought it's over. You know, they're going to get out of here before we have a chance. But They didn't leave because their natural inclination to be afraid was overcome by the fact that there were turkeys there. They were looking at turkey, and that kept them from leaving, even though we had to move our position while we were no more than 15 yards away from those birds to try to get a shot at them. And so we just waited it out. I didn't really want to wait it out. I'm ready to go ahead and take whatever shot comes. But those turkeys were going to try to come around and interact with what they thought were turkeys. We knew were our decoys, and that was really the secret weapon. Sometimes, in fact, a lot of times when we hunt, we don't have decoys set up. We in a situation where we just didn't have an opportunity to set them up. But because we had an opportunity to set them up, these birds in the first place would have never come to us. They saw our decoys from some distance and heard our calling. But the decoys made them really want to be there. And in any other situation, without the decoys, we would have never had an opportunity. These birds would have gotten away from us.
That right there is what a good decoy will do for you.
Yeah,
That boogered right here, we was able to stay on them, and it's just 2 live flat. Billy was spinning, and those Cherokee sports decoys done exactly what they wanted. Brought them right back.
You're right.
12 steps from the decoy, boom.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. The bird stuck in behind us.
Oh, Doc was ready to play some bad, wasn't
He wanted to drop it right here.
I said, no, it's all about the hairy head. I've seen it too many times.
Blood Brothers TV will be right back.